I'm actually pretty excited for this one. Thankfully, Zelda gets to go into his first dungeon. I'm not counting going into the castle at Hyrule as a dungeon, really. I don't think that's fairly accurate. That's more of a prelude for what's to come, and I like that because the dungeons in this game I have a lot of fun with. I like chasing Octoroks too. It's the fucking bee's knees. But also, after we clear this dungeon, we get two really solid items. Well, I don't know. One for me, but two for you if you have competence. But I don't know. I've got competence in select areas, and you're going to see one of them. But as for now, we're finally in the first palace. And I'm excited, because there's tricks and puzzles like there's a thing on the floor. If you walk on it, it activates things. It's curious. I certainly wonder if that will happen, and I wonder why one of those tiles on the floor is shaded differently. Perhaps I should look at it. Why, it was a button! These puzzles are getting trickier by the second. And actually, this is kind of tough. I would think this is kind of tough for a kid. And by the way, giant fucking cannonball out of nowhere. You're supposed to hide in those little corridors if the giant cannonball comes out. I'm assuming it's on some kind of timer or something. Or every so many cannonballs and then a giant one comes out, but I think it's kind of funny. And I don't think I knew this was up here as a kid, this 100 rupees. I mean, this is just teaching you, since this is the first big dungeon, this is just giving you the basics that, hey, explore and you'll get extra stuff. And as it goes on, it's not that you'll get extra stuff, it's that you'll get rewarded for it by progressing. And I like that. It's very well done. This is just giving you... It's giving you a reward for being creative. I don't know about creative necessarily, but for exploring what is here and not just kind of trying to bum rush the fastest route. Or it's not punishing you for going the wrong route, is basically what it gets to. And some of the other stages in this game I'm a little leery of, but so far this one, I don't know, maybe it's just that I'm a big baby and I can't handle going the wrong way, but I think, like this, you don't really know, but that's not the wrong way, it's showing you what the right way is, which is whatever the other way around is to get to that treasure chest. And uh-oh, this is a real monster, let's get him. No, the sword doesn't work on him, how curious. And he hits you and it takes magic away. Well, let's see what this does. Fuck him. He's a loser. Okay, we'll get back to that. And don't hit the button twice, because it'll close the door on you. And by the way, since I'm out of magic powder, that kind of... whatever. Whatever, I'll figure it out later. But I got the map now, doesn't matter. We know where to go. And I like that that doorway just existed to show you what you needed to do. That's good design, for the first dungeon especially, so it's teaching you right now what is most important, what is good in life, and I appreciate that. I like that, and I don't like the whole sense of being lost. I think this kind of perspective where you can see underneath another floor is also, like, this was really cool as a kid. You got to see where you're gonna end up, and you can check the map, but I never fucking checked the map. Even as a kid, like, I never did. Every once in a while I do here, but just... not in this fucking stage. This stage isn't that hard. It's the first dungeon. I don't really need to double check my map. And I missed that rupee. I better go grab it. I'm not, trust me, I'm gonna need rupees later. Especially if people fucking gouge me for more bottles. And gonna keep the boomerang out right now. I might as well. I don't have any reason not to. Compass? Whatever. Lets you know where the boss is. And I think it's just the boss. Sometimes there's a big treasure chest. Oh wait, hold on. We have to talk to what's his name on this panel. Sarsaparilla, whatever his fucking moniker might be. But there's a big treasure chest, as you can see here. And well, fuck that. We want to throw a pot at that guy. And this one you can't open with just any key. You have to go grab the big key. You might remember that we got one of those in the first dungeon with Zelda being kidnapped. And when Zelda saved Zelda, it's interesting to note that we used the big key to open that door. I don't know. Why the fuck did I say that was interesting? I lost interest halfway through saying it. Whatever. But the big key now, that is how we get the big treasure of each dungeon. And you see what the magic powder does? Turns those little pink guys into fairies, which is important, because you cannot kill them any other way. And it's also handy, since fairies refill, I believe it's 6 or 8 hearts, something like that, but it refills your hearts, and there's something else we can do with fairies that, provided I can... There we go, never mind, I already got the magic power, so probably be able to figure that out pretty quick. So if we see any more of those anti-fairy guys, I'll let you know. But I don't know when we're going to see them, so whatever, who cares. But at least we got a key, so we can go on here. And again, we're back up. You see this top space, and at some point you're probably like, well, I'm not going to be able to get up there. And you are up here. You're clearly progressing. This is giving you a good feeling. It's showing you, look down there, that's where you were, now you're up here. You're getting up higher. It's showing you you're progressing. It gives you a sense of pride in your progression. I feel like sometimes I dig too deep into this, but then I listen to like actual Japanese developers say things that they find important, and holy shit, they went flying! Screw that, man. Hit this button, and we unlock a chest for the big key. Excellent, this is just what we were talking about. And probably should just either run or get the powder, but I'm gonna run. But no, I think Japanese developers seem to think like weird little things are important, or I don't know. I guess since they seem to have this weird pride in really awful games, I guess it's a perspective on culture. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I was going the wrong way there. I probably should have actually pulled out the map for once in my life. But before we do that, we gotta throw something at this guy. There we go. Perfect. Because he's an idiot, and was another one. But we're not gonna worry about him, because we're going to get the bow. That is why we've been collecting arrows. I like that it specifies that you can shoot them until you run out. Like, in case you might have thought, if you have 0 arrows, they might give you a little lenience. No, certainly not. And these little bagworm guys, I don't know if it's just me, or if I am just being completely weird about it, but you seem to get a lot of rupees from them. I want to say that they produce rupees more often than other enemies, but I always go out of my way to kill them if I can, because it seems like they give you quite a bit of change, which is awesome. I appreciate it. And you want another reason to keep exploring? Right down here. Look at this shit. I'd count out the rupees, but I don't really care. And again, I could use the powder, but that kind of just detracts from the challenge of this room, so I didn't. And here you go. Whatever. Who cares? Fuck it. I don't bother with that. I know what I'm doing, usually. And that's fine by me. You might be asking, though, why have I not used that new bow I've gotten? Well, because I don't fucking feel like it. You always asking me questions. Jesus Christ, you're needy. Whatever. Okay. I always gotta take, like, half of the pots in any room, man. I need to know. But I'll actually show you the bow now. Jesus fucking, you just can't live without seeing the bow. But these guys you can only kill when they open their eyes. And the bow and arrow is kind of one of their least favorite things. And you see the room giving you little pots with it. This weird... What the fuck? You gotta run, man. If you don't know that switch is right there, you're gonna be hassling, because there's 4 little switches there, but it's only the one in the top left corner. You gotta be careful. The dungeons are already getting trickier. Whoa! The weakness of pots on this guy has been vastly overstated. You can only get them with the bow and arrow. The green ones you could also kill with the sword if you wanted, but... And come on, spin it. Ow, shit. I was hoping I could spin and kill all of them, but I guess not. I'm gonna be greedy and go get that blue rupee and wake those guys up, but... You! And I just feel like wasting arrows anyway. I don't know. I have the arrows, I might as well friggin' try and use them, whatever. But they drop arrows. So that's weird. I wonder why they're giving me so many arrows. It's just to help you along, make sure that they know what needs to be done. And holy smokes, I've never seen you guys before. That's because they're an innovative technique that Nintendo invented called bosses. and they're different enemies. They're a little tougher, but you can see these guys, the I think it's Armos Knights. They are very, 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 very vulnerable to the bow and arrow. But I want to at least show you that you can use the sword. It's really not advised. It's just smarter to use the bow and arrow. I don't know why, but I think during recording I just got this weird hair in my nose, I guess, and I've wanted to try killing him with the sword. Because when I was a kid, I never bothered doing it, so I don't know, I just wanted to try doing it. I probably won't kill all of them with the sword. As you saw, I already took 2 of them out. I could do it with the sword, just the sword, but I didn't, because I'm lazy, and I didn't want to be silly and goofy and screw it up, but whatever. As you see, though, it obviously takes significantly more. It only takes, like, 3 arrows. I couldn't tell you how many hits with the sword, but it does kill them. It just takes a lot longer. But honestly, though, you have to have the bow and arrows to get in here, so it's not one of those things where you'd get stuck in here and it'd be much harder than it needs to be or something like that. And oh, he turns red! Oh no! Whatever, who cares? And he tries to stomp on you, but you can use the sword or the arrows. It's a little tricky to time, but don't worry about it, you're okay. Finally, though, we got the pendant. It's nice, shiny and green. Can't wear it, unfortunately. That'd be so cool if you could wear it and, like, deflect shots to the heart or something. No, that wouldn't be fucking cool. That's absurd. It doesn't make any sense. Forget that thing I said. I'll edit it in post. No, I won't. Fucking kidding. Alright, now let's go talk to whatever that guy's name. I'm never gonna fucking say that guy's name. I don't care. He's old. He'll be dead soon. What does he care? Just fucking nod and agree with whatever he says. No, I know, that's nice. It's so nice to hear. That's great. That's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear it. Oh, you're gonna give me something? Alright. Sounds good to me. Got the Pegasus boots. Hell yeah. Oh, shoes, sorry. Pegasus shoes. My apologies. And he said a helpful item is somewhere. I wasn't paying attention. The Lake of East Hylia. And it even lets us know where the other medals are. But we're not going to go get those just yet. We got other things to go grab. And that's the Pegasus Shoes in a nutshell. They let you charge, and I love doing that. I do that all the time because it speeds things up, it gets me where I gotta go, and there's something else that gets you where you want to go a little late, much later actually, but for our purposes a lot later. But I like this. I like these shoes a bunch. They're very helpful, and I just think they're the bee's knees, really. But I mentioned we got 2 items, one that I'm not as fond of as the other. The bow and arrows actually, and by the way, this is awesome. You charge the sword and your fucking shield, he's holding it off to the side and the guy's trying to hit an arrow. That was probably the coolest thing I've ever done in this game. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. Because you'll just stop watching here, because I'm not going to do anything as cool as that was. Probably, I doubt it. But, no, the bow and arrows, actually, I'm not particularly keen on. I think they're a fine item. I just don't use them nearly as much as I should, because I just have really piss-awful accuracy with them, and I feel kind of bad about it. Like, because I know that it's a good item, and it's typical, like, it's sacrilege, it's Zelda fare to use the bow and arrows, but I always miss-aim them, or I don't time it right or something, but whatever the case, I just don't use them. They're not bad, but whatever. What are you gonna do, you know? You know. We have a little puzzle in here. You can blocks. You want to move the ones off to the side, push the middle one, and get the bombs. And there is absolutely no use to this temple other than that, probably. But we had something east of Lake Hylia, and I believe this might be Lake Hylia. I don't recall. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And these crabs, I don't like them. Not a big fan of those crabs. Just kind of steer clear of them most of the time, really. And I got a nice red rupee. I'm pretty pleased by that. And when I was a kid, I actually thought rupee was them misspelling rupees or something like that. I didn't actually realize that was a real currency because I was a dumb child. I don't remember when I figured that out, but here we are now, and fucking worm pushed me into the pit. But I would have come to this area sooner, but I need the bow and arrow. Don't need it, but... Remember when I told you I wasn't good at aiming the arrows? Like, the problem with these guys is they move kind of sporadically, so I really overestimate when these morons are gonna move, and I'm out of goddamn arrows. There is no point in this game that if you are reasonably good with the bow and arrows that you will ever have to run out of arrows. But I'm glad we found this guy, because he gives us, for no reason, 300 rupees. And we get 10 arrows, we get another red rupee on top of that, and some bombs. This fucking place rules, and I love it. There's no reason to get 300 rupees just for talking to that guy. But I'm glad it's there, because boy, oh, you dick. It's nice, and for some reason that didn't shock me when I ran into that guy. And by the way, look at that enemy, because you're never going to see him anywhere else. I don't know why he's there. I don't know if he's like a precursor to something else, but the reason I hate these crabs, actually, is this section right here. They're not hard. They're absolutely not hard at all. But I hate them because I went to this section in an earlier recording at the very end, and it was about at 29 minutes or so of a 30-minute recording, and I got hit by a crab and died. And I just had to cancel it all out to get... But I came here to get this, the ice rod. You don't need to get this now, by any means. You really have the option to get this whenever. There's only really one part in the game it's absolutely necessary for, and it's going to be quite a while. So, you can get it whenever you'd like, but I think it's probably smartest to get it now. But I am curious what's on the other side. I saw the doorway out here, but is that all that's there? No, we're gonna bomb this wall, we're gonna find out. What do we got? Fairies! Well, let me show you a little trick here. You catch them with your net. I caught a fairy, and I'm gonna keep it in my bottle. And I accidentally got that fairy. And there's a bee that's all shiny. Well, I got a net. Might as well catch this thing. And bee. I caught a bee. What'll I do? I'll keep it in a bottle. Oh, but I don't have any empty bottles, so I just gotta set it free. Actually, that bee is... I think it's called a holy bee or something like that. Like, I'm not making... This sounds ridiculous, but I'm not making it up. It's actually stronger than an average bee. It's stronger than the average bee, you might say. And it's actually good against one of the bosses later on. It's really absurd. Like, you have no reason to ever charge into that statue and get that bee, but I guess... Like, I don't know. I guess it's just all about doing everything you possibly can and enjoying that. But there's some good ways to kill those stupid cucumber guys or electric eels. I don't know what the fuck they're supposed to be, but I hate them. You can hit them with a boomerang and then kill them, or throw a bush or a block at them or something, but they're very strange because it's not like you'd think you'd like see them in a dungeon or something, but no, you can't swim. You're the worst, Zelda. Whatever. No biggie. Oh, get out of there, you wimp. Okay, let's keep going, We got other stuff to do, other than laugh at this young elfin lad who can't even swim properly, like a child. Feh. Actually, I think I recall something. There's something I need to go get, now that I have my new fancy Pegasus shoes. I don't know, like, it seems like kind of a weird name for, like, because I don't think Pegasi were known for their running prowess. I don't know, it probably is just meant to sound fanciful and fun. Maybe I'm just being an enormous idiot. But that's how you get that book. You charge into it, and you get the Book of Mudora. I'm pretty glad we got it now, because we're going to need it in about 25 seconds. on our way to what else? The next dungeon, and that bee, that's not even a good bee, so I might as well just fucking kill it. No holy bee at all. What a worthless bee. You can catch regular bees and release them on people. And, I don't know. That's cool, I guess. And I think that holy bee, actually, you can release in front of the nice man who charged us to buy one of his bottles. And he actually buys it from you. I don't know, I think it's for 100 rupees. I'm not positive. But there's all sorts of little things that you can do in this game. I don't explore all the options, because honestly, I'd be here for fucking ever. There's so many little things you can do that this game rewards you for. I like to do little things that I find amusing, I suppose, but just maybe little things that I remember being as a kid and kind of want to share with you. But I think that I would be doing you an immense disservice if I didn't say you should go and play this on your own as well. And fucking let me know what you think of the areas I'm in. I guess that's what the comments are for, but usually I talk to that guy up there. You probably saw a glimpse of him. Fuck that guy. I don't give a shit about him right now. But this nice lady recovers all of our health. Very sweet of her. But no, I don't know. I really do think you should play this with me. That's a good idea. I probably should have done this at some point aside from 2 minutes before the video's over. But no, no, you should probably play this too, because you are going to have a different experience with it than I will. And you should play in advance, so I'm not spoiling stuff for you. I mean, this game is fucking like 400 years old, though, so I mean, you've probably already played it. But still, it's a great game. You should give it a shot, even if you have already. Play it again and do a bunch of stuff. I don't know who you are. I don't know why he's looking at my fucking book, either. But the only reason I'm even coming in here is so I can blow open a hole in his wall and steal a piece of heart. Because he's a jerk, and he hid it away from me, put it in this secret room. I'm not trading you my book for that heart. I have bombs for that, you schmuck. No, I don't know. Fucking play the game. Tell me what you think. Whatever you do. Point out little things that you like about it, or just like silly little quirks of the game. I like those sort of things. Those are super fun. And what do we have over here? A little tablet. Bunch of gobbledygook written in fucking German. But thankfully the Mudorans have translated it to say something about making a wish. And giant nerds will be interested to know that in the Japanese version he's actually saying something about making a prayer. And actually prayers do move things as soon as you make them. So that is accurate. And I'm glad that they've established that for us. But we're not going to the dungeon yet, as you can imagine. So you just fucking take it easy, dog. You go play some Zelda.